Alright, let's talk about it. Episode 9. This whole thing with Van, I ain't gonna lie, that really, really pissed me off. Especially because, like, of all the people you feel compassion for, fucking Melissa, that bitch, who sided with Shauna through the most unhinged things possible. She was like, "Oh well, go get the power, Shauna. Go out there and rule everybody, and you'll feel powerful, and you'll get what you want. You'll get what Jackie never gave you. Power, feeling in control, and all that rubbish." And I don't even know what to say. Like, I'm so mad about how that whole thing went down. Like, I'm not surprised that that is how it played out because hey, they were in a bush cult. They were in the bushes amongst the trees and they were in a cult. So, of course, they're bound to still be crazy. I mean, Lottie was still believing in this shit for for decades, running another cult in the bushes, encouraging insanity. So, of course, it continues. Of course, the madness continues. And now, poor Van, one of my favorite characters in the teen timeline and the adult timeline, is the one that gets killed. And as Melissa rightfully says, she is, you know, one of the most humane ones, one of the most compassionate ones out of all of them, besides, maybe like Aquila, because Aquila is like very in touch with like nature and doesn't really want to harm anybody and all that. Just wants to play with her bunnies and goats and all that and be happy. And Van is more or less the same. She just wants to you know, be by herself with her girlfriend, happy in the bushes. And wow, Melissa and Shona had to fuck that up too. And I could get mad at Shona. I could get very mad at Shona. But like getting mad at Shona is like getting mad at somebody who you already know this person is evil. What sense would it make to get mad at somebody you know is going to do some crazy madness? We already know that she's gonna, go and do something crazy. That that's just what she does. That's Shauna, the Terminator, the dictator, Osama bin Laden, as some people have been calling her, which apt names. She's crazy. I love it somewhat, kind of, but yeah. And I know you're thinking, do you have a script? What you say? No, I'm just rambling. I just watched the episode and I'm so mad. I'm so upset. All I could do is just sit down and just vent, just ramble for however long about the utter insanity that was this episode. And there's another one still yet to come. So we've lost two of the adults so far this season. And on Coach Ben in the teen timeline. But Ben aside, on Lottie aside as well, I, what what the hell is even going on? Especially when at the end there, when she's like seeing herself dead on the floor and all that, and then the teen version of her shows up. Liv is like, "Yeah, you did that. You saved them." And she's like, "Well, I thought I was gonna live. You didn't tell me I was gonna die." She's like, "Well, that's just how our story goes. You didn't think we were gonna live, did you?" I'm like, I, me, I thought you were gonna live. I didn't think you were gonna die. Like, that's insane. I don't know. Like, I'm so mad. Like, I don't even know how to blame anybody on this. Like, and then the whole thing with Hannah and Shauna and Cody, like, he needed to shut the hell up. And he deserved that stab in the eye, personally. I think he deserved that stab in the eye. All the little misogynistic comments didn't pick in and getting on their nerves. Like, if you wanted to live, you would hush your mouth. You wouldn't say what you're still saying about braiding your hair and all these different rubbish. You'd hush your trap. You'd be quiet. And now, Miss Scientist, who thinks this is the coolest little experiment in survival ever, is like, I want in. I want to be a part of your little wilderness cult. And obviously Sean is gonna be like, okay, cool. Like, this is insanity. And I don't understand how Melissa is like disappointed, like, oh my god, I thought I'd get away and da 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 da. You you did this. You need to remember that you did this. This whole thing with Shauna having the gun and being in charge, in control of everything. This is your fault. So I don't understand why she's like acting brand new to how Shauna is treating her. Besides, the whole "you're nothing" comment and "you were nothing before me, nobody paid attention to you before me," which is this is true. You were in the background for like 2 seasons. I did not give a damn about you and Jen giggling in the background. I saw you guys and I was like, oh look, Jen and Melissa, Hat and Jen, and I moved on with my life. You were of no consequence to me. I didn't care. You don't get to be like, well, you're only human, but personally, I don't give a shit if you're upset. I'm more upset that Van is upset and Mari and Akila and Nat, especially Nat, poor baby Nat. Like, this whole thing for her, that scene where Jen and Melissa come over and they're explaining to Mari, Akila, and Nat, hey, Shauna knows what we were planning. She knows that we were trying to leave. She's aware of the whole plan. And this yet, guess what? As though it couldn't be any worse than Shauna knowing, Hannah goes crazy and decides to stab Cody in the face, in the eye, calling her CUNT. I mean, he deserved it, but also now you can't escape. There's no way for you to get out of the gosh damn bushes. Her face, like that whole thing of her just breaking down, and everybody clearly left her alone in the bushes to cry. And then you seeing the snow coming down, and you know winter's coming. So even if they did leave when they did, when they were supposed to, when they were going to, they would have been out there traipsing through the bushes during winter with two captives with no food on hand or water. They would have had to kill and eat some people. I mean, they're still gonna have to kill and eat some people right now. This whole scene of watching her break down, crying in the woods was just so hard. And then here comes one of my least favorite people. Like this season, I was really warming up to her. You know what she did for Ben and started making sense. Actually, was the only person was making sense this for most of the season until now. Like how many times is Nat gonna see this girl in the bushes? Like, and this time she's not even like high as a kite like she was in the pilot episode, thinking she saw her on accident. Blasted Misty. I hate her with her passion. I hate her with her passion. But like that's just how the character is. I can't be that mad. But all these decisions she makes are terrible. I thought this was a black box the first time I saw this when she beat the crap out of it and it stopped transmitting or whatever the hell it was doing. It's a goddamn transponder, which, according to the little bit of research that I did, it tells the air traffic control tower the location of the goddamn plane. She literally single-handedly sabotaged the whole thing. And I know what you're saying. Oh, if she didn't do that, we wouldn't have a goddamn show. We would have still had a show. It would have just been a different type of show. So, what Natalie needed to do here in this moment, as she's talking about, oh, I've saved us, she had the blasted transponder this whole time. She deserves a punch to the face. She deserves a banishment. She deserves that when you'll make it back to society, you'll never speak to her again. Shun her ass completely. Block her out. Freeze her out, as Ty says. Freeze her ass out. Because this is mad people behavior. You, who in their right mind, or even a slightly sane person, they wouldn't do this. This is insanity. I'm so mad about this whole blasted thing. And I love this show. Like, don't get me wrong. This is a really great show. Like, it's literally one of my favorite shows that I've watched in like ever. I made sure to tune in every week. I'm so mad. Like, I wish Akila had just gone with Travis and Cody in the first place. But then again, like, she's like 14, moving with like an almost 18-year-old guy and a, what, 40 something year old man. I wouldn't want to be in the bushes with them either. I'd probably feel safer with the rest of the girls there too myself. So I can't fully blame her, but God, I wish she had just done that. God, I wish she had just done that. Like, I don't even know. Like, and also, what the hell did Misty see on the phone for her to be like, oh, and run off from Walter? Not that I blame her from Walter. Like, this is, but like, what what did she see on the phone? Like, adult Misty, so far, I like her. Teen Misty, I still hate your ass. You you don't deserve anything. I hate you. You got Jackie killed. You killed Crystal. Like, I hate you. The whole transponder thing, now that I know it's a transponder, girl, go fuck yourself. I hate you. I don't, I don't know what else to say. Like, this was a roller coaster of emotions. Poor Ty. She came back after fighting her BPD demon or whatever the hell other Ty is, and love of her life dead. Bruh. What what a mess. Next episode is gonna be even crazier. I could just tell. Oh my god. Everybody's gonna die. All the adults are dying. They're all going back on the plane. I don't know if they're going back to the same wilderness, but it's a mess. Everybody dying and going back there. And now I'm wondering if they're dying and they're going on this plane, if there's like a afterlife of them being stuck out there. Theories. I don't know. Maybe.